where passion meets precision. Yes, I'm your host, Ed, diving deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. Um, a trade yesterday. I can't even say big trade because of what Trae Young was traded for, but my favorite player was traded to the Washington Wizards, and he actually requested to go to the Wizards. First player in NBA history to request to be traded to the Wizards. So, Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr, Trae Johnson, I'll be checking y'all out more. Shout out y'all. I like Bilal. Probably my favorite Wizards player. Now the unfortunate part about this, it's not the trade, but now I have to own two Wizards jerseys because I already have a Kuzma Wizards jersey since I'm a Lakers fan and I still support Kuzma. Helped us get a ring in 2020. And so got a Kuzma Wizards jersey. It's the pink one. Now I got to get a Trae Young Wizards jersey. I'm not getting rid of the Hawks one. I'm keeping that because that's the black and red one. Well, it's black, red, and yellow. So I'm definitely keeping that one. I don't see why I get rid of it. And so, yeah, Trae Young this season has struggled. Only played 10 games due to injury, just playing 28 minutes per game, his lowest in his career, because he's never played under 30 minutes a game until this season, averaging 8.9 assists, the lowest since his rookie year. He is averaging a steal, which he's been averaging a steal consistently the last 4 or 5 years. His turnovers have been down. The lowest turnovers per game in his career were just 2.6. Only 19.3 points per game. His lowest since his rookie year, which was at 19.1. Shooting 41% from the field, 30% from three, and 86% from the free throw line. So it has been some struggles. And people are like, well, when the Hawks went 2-8, when they did have him, they went on a losing streak when he came back. When he came back, they didn't have Porzingis. When he came back, ironically, Porzingis was out, and now they're missing their interior presence. Like, Trae Young can't help you with your interior defense. He's not helping you with defense in general, but at least he can get you that one steal a game that he's going to get you. So with not having Porzingis, that limits your defensive options on the court. And Trae Young, 4-time All-Star, last year assist champion, 1-time All-NBA, led his team to the conference finals, led the Hawks to the conference finals in 2021, has 3 playoff appearances, which really the only bad year he had was 2022 versus the Heat when they had him in a box and he just couldn't do anything. In that 5-game series they lost, but aside from that, his most recent playoffs in 2023, it pushed the Celtics to 6 games. So, yeah. And he was probably, if that ref doesn't step on his foot, we're talking about the Hawks and the Suns in the finals, or at least a Game 7 with the Hawks and Bucks. Let's not go too far, but at least it goes to a Game 7 if that ref doesn't step on Trae Young's foot. Now, he requested to go to the Wizards. Interesting. Yeah. But when you look at the position that the Wizards are in at this point, they're getting the top pick. They might not get it now because Trae Young helps this team. They didn't really give away any defense, really. When you're looking at the bottom of the standings, you got the 8-31 Pelicans, 8-29 Kings, and 2 bottom West teams. In the 2 bottom East teams, it's the Pacers at 6-31, obvious tank job, doing a great job. And you have the Wizards who are 10-26. The Wizards have double-digit wins. So we're talking about adding Trae Young, and they're, 3-7? No, I'm trying to see what they are in their last 10. I feel like they won more than 3 games in their last 10. Yeah, I'm trying to pull that up because that's not showing me. But I feel like they've been pretty decent their last 10 games. I got to go to the ESPN thing to see. Yeah, the Wizards are not the Pacers. Oh, goodness. Oh, the Pacers are 5-5 in their last 10 games. The Wizards, I mean, not the Pacers. The Wizards are 5-5 in their last 10. And the Hawks are 18-21. They won a few games without Trae Young. But he definitely made the Hawks offense better. He might have made the defense worse, but you also got to keep in fact, Porzingis wasn't available every game. So the Hawks have been stuck in play-in purgatory. I mean, it's possible for the Wizards now with Trae to pass a few of these teams, and that top pick that was looking like a top 4 pick might not even be top 10. It could still be top 10, but if they were projected to get the 4th pick, they could, with adding Trae Young, that pick could finish 10 by the end of the season, and getting AJ the bench, that goes out the window. That's not a possibility. Getting Carlos Boozer, That's not realistic. Not Carlos Boozer, Cameron Boozer, his son. That's not realistic. But they could pass the Nets. They can pass the Hornets. And they could be right there with the Bucks and the Bulls and probably get that last play-in spot. Could you imagine a Wizards-Hawks play-in game? Like I said, the Wizards have won 5 of their last 10 games. And before I talk about the trade in itself, just look at what the Wizards have done. They did lose to the 76ers, but they beat the Magic on the 6th. They beat the Nets, who was one of the teams that they're battling with. Like, yes, at the bottom of the East, but if they're trying to move up and make a play-in push, this was the year to do it. You might be sacrificing a top 4 pick, but you're getting one of the best playmakers in the league, who's a great scorer and who's just having a down year. And you don't think he can pick it up with more spacing? They beat the Bucks, another team that's down there with them. Beat the Grizzlies, who are a team battling for the play-in the West. They beat the Raptors. I'm talking about the last few games they played. I made a video about the Suns game recently, and they played competitive. They didn't win, but they were competitive in that game. So you add Trae Young to this team, and then I look at the schedule. Trae Young can't play tonight because they play the Pelicans, or tomorrow. Well, I don't know. He might be cleared to play the Pelicans game, but if he's not, then in that next Suns game on January 11th in 3 days, that game could be completely different with them having a better playmaker now. And then they got the Clippers, which the Suns and Clippers are always going to be 2 tough matchups, especially the Clippers healthy again now. But the Kings, that's favorable. The Nuggets, they got the Nuggets twice and the Clippers twice. Now, the Nuggets, they've been playing all right without Jokic. Not going to say they've been playing good, but they've been competitive in games. So we're talking about by All-Star break, by the 11th, this team can definitely get some wins, adding Trae Young. And I definitely got to watch him more now since Trae Young is on the Wizards. But Trae Young didn't get traded for a pick. The Wizards straight up finessed the Hawks. They got Trae Young for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. And I like Corey Kispert going into the draft. And I'm going to talk about C.J. McCollum first. Yeah, C.J. McCollum, he's 34. He's been in the league for, 13 years now? This was inevitable for Trae Young to get traded. Like, yeah, that always made sense. Trae was going to get traded, and he requested the Wizards, so I can't even be mad at it. I just got to get the Wizards ready. I got to support my guy. If that's where you want to go, that's where you want to go. I can't be mad at it. And which I kind of see what he's doing, because they got a good young core. Because they just drafted Trey Johnson. You got Bilal Coulibaly, who I spoke highly of. Alex Sarr could be decent, especially now that he got a point guard. Alex Sarr with a point guard might be dangerous. So I like this young core they got. And even if the pick is still top 10, they could get somebody decent in the draft. But yeah, they traded for C.J. McCollum, who's playing 30 minutes per game, averaging 18 points, shooting 45% from the field. But he's only giving you 3 assists per game. It's the fact you don't even get a pick. The Wizards are a bottom of the barrel team, and it's not a guarantee they'll improve. But even if they do improve, why not try to get that first-round pick they have? Or at least get a 2027 first. Because I could be wrong, but the Wizards, they still own most of their upcoming draft picks. So I don't see how you don't get a draft pick out of the Wizards. They get an agent, C.J. McCollum, whose contract is expiring, who's averaging 18, 3, and 3, shooting almost 40% from 3. But he's not going to help you defensively at this point. And, yes, he's better than Trae Young defensively, but it won't be some huge upgrade that you're expecting. And then Corey Kispert, former 15th overall pick in 2021, and the 2021 draft class is my favorite draft of the 2020s. Corey Kispert, he's putting up 9 points on 39% from 3 this season, but he's only giving you, almost 2 assists and 2 rebounds. He's played in 19 games this season, so he's been on and off too. Barely started throughout his career. So you get a young player, but is he really as promising as you think? Because you got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, you got Dyson Daniels, you got Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. So it's like you just going to bring in another young, small forward? Is that really the best idea? Even the guy, Mohamed Gay, he was solid. Especially when he played my Lakers, he was solid. So it's like Corey Kispert isn't somebody that's just going to be starting. You're going to have to bring him off the bench. Like, I guess Nikhil will be starting at point guard full time now. But this trade for the Hawks, for you to not, obviously it wasn't going to be like they were going to get the most talented players in the world. You got a young player that makes sense. You got an agent on a contract, so that's going to clear out cap space. But the fact that you can at least get a pick is what makes them losers in this trade. Could even get a second round pick, but preferably for Trae Young, a four-time All-Star. He leads the Hawks all time in three-pointers made and assists. You can't get a first-round pick back, not even a pick swap. But for the Wizards, I think they come out of here winners. Like, yeah, the Wizards aren't good, but they might be okay enough to make the play-in. Like, it's a real possibility they could do that now that they have one of the best playmakers in the league, who seem to be healthy. Like, I think he just rested these last few games. It's just how bad he wanted out of Atlanta, and he requested to go to the Wizards. He's going to get all the shots. He's going to get all the money. But I think even with him getting more shots, he's still going to be a great playmaker. Like, even his high-scoring season, his second year, actually, he put up 29 points. He still averaged 9 assists. So if he can give you 29 points on, it was 20 shots, so efficiency could be a bit better. But if he can get, and he was shooting 43% that year, but if he can give you almost 30 points while putting up that many shots and also give you 9 assists and 4 rebounds, that was his second season. And then his All-NBA season, he was putting up the 28 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds again, or close to that. Then last year, he averaged 11.6 assists. So you seen what he can do, being an assist leader and being a high scorer? You telling me he can't help Alex Sarr look better? He can't turn him into one of the best bigs in the league? Bilal Coulibaly, he wouldn't get more recognition, getting some more looks, getting better looks. And Trae Johnson, already a good shooter. They could bounce off each other. They might not start, but Trae Johnson could be the backup coming off the bench. And then you got Trae Young, he's 28. Yeah, almost 28 now. So you have Trae Young starting, doing his thing, then Trae Johnson coming off the bench, and you got 2 Traes running around. This team is all right. It's like I said, they could be a play-in team this year. Like, they 10-26, they've been winning. They done won their last 5 games. You still got Bub Carrington too, Keyshawn George, Chris Middleton still there. They might get rid of him. You still got Keon Whitmore. Like, this team could be a play-in team and realistically meet the Hawks in the play-in. That's the 10th and 9th seed. But next year, once it's in the offseason, once you get rid of Middleton, you might get rid of Bagley, you can make some things shake, and you could probably have them in the playoffs by next year. I really think that's what Trae Young can do with them. Like, he led the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals, and people say, well, you can't win at a high level with a small guard. We're talking about a referee stepping on his foot being the reason why he didn't go 7 versus the Bucks. So I very well believe he can get back to that point again, and if he's surrounded with an all-star teammate or an all-defensive teammate, and with a guy like Bilal Coulibaly and a guy like Alex Sarr, who is good defensively. I know I criticized him in the Suns game, but that was because I've seen that game fully through. It's like he's not doing that every game. That was just a disappointing game, in my opinion. But yeah, shout out to Trae Young. He got what he wanted. He's going to get a bag, but he's also going to put up 20 and 10 again like he did last year. Probably even 25 and 12. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, a comment on the video, and let me know which Wizards jersey I should get. I can't get the pink one because I already got that one for Kuzma.